All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So, as you can probably already tell, we're going to be going over the recently released California Lowriders Series number 2 from Greenlight. Now, we already have these two open. We've got the 1955 Chevy, yes, 55 Chevy, and I believe this was a 1990 Caprice. That is the nice thing about Greenlight, I will admit, is they always put the year, make, and model on the bottom. Yeah, that is a 1990. I also have all of Series 1 out as well, so we'll take a quick look at the various cars we had in Series 1. The video for these guys is on my channel as well if you go back far enough. But anyway, let's start opening these guys up. Well, let's go over what we have first. We have another 72 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Last series we had a 73 Coupe de Ville. So there is a 72 and a 73. I believe we also had, this was a 73 as well, right? Yes, the 73 Sedan de Ville from Series 1. So we've got another Cadillac, a Coupe de Ville, very cool. We've got another 63 Impala SS. This time with a convertible top as opposed to the hard top 63 from the last series. Another 64 Impala. The Continental kit on this guy is looking a little worse for wear, I must admit. But it's on quite an angle there. I did get these online, so unfortunately I didn't get much of a chance to inspect them. But we'll see if that's kind of somewhat fixable. But this was the 64 Impala from the last Lowrider series. This is actually a replica of Gypsy Rose, which is a very popular lowrider. There was a couple comments about that, actually. And lastly, we've got the 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. This is a new one for the Lowrider series. I do have a Greenlight Monte Carlo in my collection. I believe I have one or two, actually. But this is the first time they've done it in a lowrider theme, so that will be very interesting to check out. And then, of course, like I said, we do have the 1990 Chevy Caprice and the 55 Chevy two-door here. These are also part of series number 2. But without any further ado, let's get series number 2 opened up. So we'll pull the lift over and let's make some space here. All right, so first up is our 72 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I absolutely love this thing. You guys know, if you've been around on the channel for a while, you know I absolutely have a soft spot for lowriders and custom paint jobs like this. Just really super detailed stuff. Really cool spiderweb details in there with, I'm not really sure. I guess that's kind of just like splatter paint, sort of. Really, really cool looking though. Let's see if we can get a zoomed in view a little bit more. There we go. Give you a bit of an appreciation for just the amount of detail on these models. Now I know I did take a bit of a break from Greenlight stuff because I got quite a run of just lousy castings from them. But I'm kind of getting back into them, so to speak. Just really taking a closer look at each casting before I buy it. That being said, I did buy these ones online. And it seems like I did get somewhat lucky. Let me see if this has an opening hood. It almost looks like it does. No, maybe not. It looked like it had an opening hood for a minute there. But, get that back on the lift. Can you stay centered? Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. Yeah, very good looking car. And I'm excited to see that for this series they did like a really wild paint job for the Coupe de Ville, because the last release, although they are very nice, don't get me wrong, we did kind of have a bit more of a basic paint job for the Coupe de Ville as well as the Sedan de Ville. They were not super crazy detailed paint jobs, although they are very nice looking. This is just like, you know, next level stuff. Really, really nice looking car. Let's take a look. We don't really have a license plate on there. There's a nice little Cadillac badge on the back. On the bottom, we do have 1972 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Like I said, yeah, Greenlight does usually put the year, make, and model on the bottom of all their vehicles. So that is nice to see. So we'll go ahead and get that one parked up over with the rest of Series 2, and we'll keep chugging right along. We'll get into our 63 Impala SS. Yeah, another very nice looking one. Get this guy out of the box. All right, so next up, absolutely gorgeous looking. We've got our 63 Impala here. We do have our little 409 badge on the fender there. If you can make that out. Not quite, maybe a little bit. You can kind of see it. Nice black spoked wheels with the little spinner hubcaps. We've got the hood open there. Obviously an opening hood on this casting. Very, very nice looking. Go ahead and give that another look at that side. Go ahead and shut the hood there. Get a look at it. I do quite like the convertible. As I said, last series was a Series 1, we got a hard top and kind of like a seafoam green. This release is a white convertible. Very, very good looking. There's the little Impala logo there. I do like the 63 a lot. Go ahead and scoop that. I'm bumping that. Very nice detail in the interior as well. Looks like maybe it's an automatic car. And little sun visor details there. That's also really cool. Very nice stuff. So I guess I only really have to do this once, but we'll take a look at the card here. So this is all the same for Series 2, but it is the California Lowriders. So there we have the, what is that, the 63 or 64? I think that's a 64 on the card there. And then on the back we have our entire series here, the 55 Bel Air, 64, 63 Impala, 70 Monte Carlo, 72 Coupe de Ville, and the 1990 Caprice Classic. So that is the card. It's going to be the same card for all the cars, so I don't really, necessarily need to go over it over and over and over. But very nice addition to the collection here. So go ahead and take a peek underneath. As I said, we do have a year, make, and model listed on that. 60. Oh, look at that. It says 64 Chevy Impala. But this is supposed to be the 63, is it not? All right. Yeah, this is the 64, the red one. I guess they just use the base for the 64, so they print 64 on the base of this one, and then, do the details of like a 63. Either way, very nice looking car, and another nice addition to the collection of lowriders that I'm building here. This is not even all of my Greenlight lowriders. I do have a couple other Miho exclusives that are like online only and stuff like that I had to track down on eBay. But if you want to see that stuff, you're going to have to go scroll through my videos. Anyway, we'll move on to our third vehicle here. We've got a 64 Impala. It doesn't say if it's an SS or not, but I think, is that the Super Sport? That might just be the Impala badge there. But yeah, let's open this guy up. This is the one with the kind of a wonky Continental kit, so I want to kind of see what's going on with that. All right, so here is our 64 Impala. Like I said, not sure if this is an SS or not, but it probably is, considering that looks like it's got a 409 under the hood, so we'll just say it is an SS. Again, very nice spoked wheels with the, does that have spinners? Yes, they're just, it's all chrome. Kind of tough to see, but there are the little spinner hubcaps on those wheels. Unfortunately, it looks like the Continental kit back here was attached kind of low, so it's got a bit of an angle to it. But either way, you know, it's not the end of the world. It is Greenlight after all. Really nice looking paint job on here, though. That does look great with the pinstriping details on the trunk. We'll go ahead and zoom in on that so you guys can get a better look. Very, very good looking car. The roof, the paint job on the roof looks absolutely awesome. And then a nice tan interior in there. Go ahead and shut the hood so you guys can get a view of it with the hood closed. Yeah, very good looking car, you know, classic 64. It's everybody's favorite. Probably one of the best looking years for the Impala. A little crooked on the lift there. Can I get that to stay centered? No. Either way. Yeah, very good looking car. Like I said, we have the same card for everything, and unfortunately Greenlight doesn't really give us any fun facts about these cars, so. But we have seen plenty of 64 Impalas on the channel, so but it's always nice to add another one to the collection. Go ahead and take a peek underneath. It should say 1964 Chevrolet Impala. Yep. So what I imagine is going on here is these are the same, these are the same base for the 63 and the 64. That's why the 63 says 64 on the bottom, but they just, you know, put the slightly different details to make the 63 look like a 63 and the 64 look like a 64. So I believe that's what's going on there. Moving on to our, we're zoomed way in. There we go. Moving on to our last car. We've got the 1970 Chevy Monte Carlo. I really, really like this one a lot. I love this green. Really cool paint job. I'm not crazy about those wheels. I kind of prefer like white walls with spoked wheels, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and get this guy out of the box and up onto the lift. All right, last but certainly not least is our 1970 Monte Carlo. Absolutely great looking car. Under the hood, I believe that is a, it looks big, so I'm going to guess that it's a big block. I think that is a 396, but leave a comment if you know for sure what's under the hood of this thing. Looks really good. Paint job on here looks great. I love the green. Go ahead and close the hood. We'll zoom in, get a good look at the detail on this guy. Some nice pinstriping on the side, great metal flake paint job. Like I said, I'm not crazy about the those wheels. They're kind of, you know. I don't love them, I don't hate them, but you know, I think there's some wheels that would fit this maybe a little better, but either way. Really cool. It's got a green interior. We'll see when we come around here. Green interior to match the rest of the car. Looks absolutely awesome. Like I said, I do have, where is one of them? There's one, I think, yeah. This is a 72. There's a 72 Monte Carlo from Greenlight. As you can see by the obnoxious wheel gap on this one, and the very nice fitment of this one, they did change the base up a little bit for the lowrider casting. Like I said, there was actually not one of these in the last release, so there was the 55 Bel Air is a new casting for the lowriders as well. So this is the first time we've seen the Monte Carlo as a lowrider from Greenlight, at least in my collection, at least. Very good looking car. So we will take a look as well, even though we've kind of seen them before. We'll take a look at the 1990 Caprice, because this is part of Series 2. Again, really nice pinstriping on here across the front there. And it's kind of tough to see, but there is some pinstriping, yellow pinstriping up on the roof, kind of custom, whatever you want to call it. I guess it is pinstriping. Continental kit on this one looks very nice, nice and level. That has something on it. I think just more pinstriping, yeah. I love the yellow on this one as well. But yeah, it's funny. They do the same thing. So this is a 1990 Caprice, and then the last release had a, this is an 85. As you can see, they changed them up quite a bit. And then I believe the other one was an 87. They are very good looking cars though. I love the paint job on the 87. It's got the same wheels as the new Monte Carlo as well. But last one we'll check out here is the 55 Bel Air. Another one with an absolutely gorgeous paint job. I have not seen those wheels yet from Greenlight. Those are kind of new to me wheels. Probably my favorite ones in this release. The larger spokes with the flat center caps. They look really, really, really good on this car. And this paint job is absolutely awesome looking as well. Very nice looking car. Again, no license plate. We never really get a license plate with Greenlight unless it's a replica car. Nice black interior in there. Very, very good looking car. Unfortunately, no opening hood on this one either. I think the only ones that had opening hoods were the Monte Carlo and the Impalas, and we took a look at the hoods what's under the hood of them. So there's a nice little Chevy emblem up in the front with the hood ornament. Really cool looking hood ornament on there. And as you can see, that is not, it's not just quite white, it's kind of a metal flake pearlescent white. Hopefully YouTube doesn't butcher the quality of this video too much and you guys can still see that. But very cool stuff. So yeah, that is Greenlight's California Lowriders Series 2. And as a little added bonus for sticking around to the end, I'm going to show you, I did get a little, here, we'll zoom out a little bit, a little just like background stuff for the parking garage to kind of make it look more like a shop. There's a little jack, you got a gas pump. I might put the gas pump up in the case because I do like my gas pumps in the case. But there's a toolbox, an engine crane that looks like maybe a battery charger, and then a little creeper for sliding underneath cars. So just some little props for the end of the video when we go into the parking garage. So I'm actually going to set this stuff up, and then we will take a look at these 4 new cars. Well, these 4 are new, and we'll take a look at these in the parking garage as well, because we'll just cover all of Series 2. So give me a second to get set up here. All right, so here's just a quick shot of the garage before I put the cars in. I did set everything up, all my miniature stuff. So I got the toolbox and the creeper and the jack over in the corner there, and the engine crane and the battery charger there. There's also a drill press over here. So actually, let's move that so it's not in the way of the drill press, right? So you can still get over there and work. Anyway, but there's also just like random pieces of Johnny Lightning cars and M2 wheels and tires that I've just kind of piled up around the shop to make it look more like a shop, I guess. So let me load some cars in here and we'll get a quick look at everything we went over in today's video. Okay, so first up we have our 72 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, if we can focus on it here. There we go. Like I said, that is the first Coupe de Ville with the really wild paint job that we've seen in this series, so very exciting stuff there. Very good looking car. Next up is the 64 Chevy Impala, the second time we've seen this guy from the California Lowriders. But again, a very nice casting, a very good looking paint job this time around. Next up, we have our 70, was this a 70 or 72? I'm sorry, I have to look. I'm cheating. 70, it was a 70, I was right. There we go. Our 1970 Chevy Monte Carlo. Again, first time seeing this one in the California Lowriders Series, but very excited to see it. And last up, this is our last new one, quote unquote, is the 63 Impala SS. If we can go ahead and focus on that one, there we go. Again, very nice to see that in a convertible. So now we have a convertible and a hardtop variation to display here. And what I'm going to do real quick is switch out these two for the 1990 Chevy Caprice Classic and the 55 Chevy Bel Air. If you actually want to see me unbox those two, I know we reviewed them, covered them pretty well today. But if you want to see me unbox those, I believe I unboxed those in my Goodbye 2022 video, my last year, or my New Year, last day of the last year, whatever. Goodbye 2022, that's what it says on the video. So if you go back to my page and scroll down, I think it's like 2 or 3 videos back, but you can actually see where I unbox both of these two cars. So I think that is going to about do it for today's video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. And I'd like to say welcome. I have noticed there are a few new subscribers showing up. So welcome to you guys, and thank you for clicking the subscribe button. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy the content, let me know. There's plenty more to come. And like I said, I know I took a little bit of a break from the Greenlight stuff, but my favorite toy store in the whole wide world finally reopened. They were moving locations. They were originally going to do renovations, and then they decided to just move locations entirely. And they were pretty much my connection for Greenlight. That was the place where you could, they have 5 or 6 of each car, on a peg. It's a, hobby/toy store, but they have some exclusive stuff that you can only get at their store or on their website. So I did grab some of that stuff, but I'm not going to show it to you yet. But like I said, yeah, Greenlight, I'd only really pick them up if they were really, really cool stuff. And guys, this stuff is really, really cool. So be expecting a couple more Greenlights. I do have some cool Hot Wheels stuff, a few Matchbox, or 1 or 2 Matchbox, because Matchbox are not that common in my collection. I added one recently, but anyway, I'm rambling on. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know which car was your favorite, and I will see you guys in the next video.